Before the big guns can grace the turf at Wembley, the 2025-26 Emirates FA Cup begins in humble surroundings as clubs from steps 4 and 5 of the non-league pyramid get another edition of the world's oldest and most famous Club Cup competition underway. While May's finale in London will more than likely feature the game's biggest and richest clubs, the early stages provide the chance at stardom for these semi-professional athletes who grew up watching the likes of Gerrard, Rooney and Henry make history in the People's Cup. Today that chance falls upon Northern Premier League outfit Shifnal Town and Coventry United of the United Counties League. Who will take the first step of their march to the arch? Let's find out together with extended coverage of the Emirates FA Cup extra preliminary round on Coventry United TV with commentary from Liam Cook. Coventry United's late heroics on Wednesday night have the squad in buoyant mood. Red and Green's boss Ellis Lane rewards the efforts of man of the match Charlie Faulkner with a starting place this afternoon in one of 4 changes to the starting lineup. Veteran midfielder Josh O'Grady returns to the 11. James Ritson slots back into the back line while Brady Middleton makes his first start for the club. 17-year-old goalkeeper Max Adey earns his first place in the matchday squad on the bench. Shifnal Town gear up for the start of their first Step 4 season next week after earning promotion via the Midland League playoffs. Their opening competitive fixture of the new campaign sees the Reds select Andy Wycherley between the sticks. Captain Kyle Bennett leads the side from defence alongside Michael Adanusi. New recruit Harry Bowyer makes his Shifnal bow in midfield with Kevin Montero for company. Sam Fitzgerald gets the nod up front with Shaq Whittingham ready to strike from the bench. And a short one taken to Scotty Hammond. Whipped in by Hammond. Harkin was there. Faulkner's there. Oh, he just skews it over the bar. A chance which Faulkner likely didn't expect. Of course, for United, the main focus is going to be the league. There was a potential run in the FA Vars, but you always like to have a go in the FA Cup. But the opportunity at the near post for Sam Fitzgerald as it was headed beyond the United back line off a red head. Shifnal smothering more. And quickly fan out as Fitzgerald puts it in and headed off the line by Ritson. Lolly was going all the way in. Out with Pritchard. Montero urged to shoot, hooks it right. Second bite to the cherry perhaps for Fitzgerald. Dancing his way in. Fitzgerald's cross, nodded down by Morley, muted appeals of handball. Man in black doesn't want to know. Wycherley to the right. And that's great control by Bowyer, shoulder to shoulder with Sanderson, who holds him at bay long enough for the Red and Greens to get back into defensive positions. Whipped in from Montero, Montero through! And diving onto it was Dan Moore. Has found Middleton there, shielding it from Adanusi. Lob to the left-hand side, offside flag stays down against Ryan Harkin. Now looking to cut in from the left-hand side, Ryan Harkin stumbling into the challenge of Sims. Still going Ryan Harkin, it's Harkin, slides it towards the net and forces a save from Wycherley. Moore didn't get the height on that clearance, it's straight to the feet of Rowley. And Fitzgerald trying to catch Moore off his line. But Dan Moore wasn't as far into no man's land as Sam Fitzgerald initially believed. It was kept in momentarily, but now it has been given in favour of Shifnal Town, just in front of the home dugout. It's taken quickly by Jarman. Plays a 1-2 with Montero. Pritchard's got the freedom of Shifnal at the centre of the park. Threads it down the right hand side and sent over his own net by Morley. Here's Sims. In by Sims towards Jarman. Couldn't keep the header down. And Jarman frustrated with himself. Can he set up Shifnal's opener? You see the dust flying up from the hard ground. And it's a great ball from Montero! Dan Moore expertly sending it clear with the boot. Scott Hammond. Faulkner on the left-hand side, balance behind, but Faulkner looking towards the area, and here's Brady Middleton for the Red and Greens. Turns, Middleton curls it over. Well, replays have been done away with in the professional stages of the competition, but not when it comes to the early going. Both sides will want to get this done today. Morley looks to ensure that United do. Good connection on the volley. Soars over the head of Andy Wycherley. Wycherley towards the head of Montero. Montero gets there first. And slips in for the area. A chance now for goalkeeper Dunmore getting down. As Lewis Jarman getting down. And Dursey in the penalty area trying to slip it underneath Dan Moore. Bowyer, cheeky back heel by Cox. Only as far as Pritchard, and there's space out wide. Lewis Jarman cutting in. Jarman rolls across the face of goal. Fitzgerald couldn't make the crucial contact, and Morley's clearance intercepted by Bennett. Round 2 coming in, and safely gathered by Dan Moore. Hammond and Coventry on the counter. Brady Middleton, Harkin's up with him, and Harkin is the target. Ryan Harkin rolling past the keeper, just wide.
Almost.
Shifnal look to the flag, it stays down. Harkin's death touch, not quite enough to send it nestling into the Shifnal net. Crone follows on the right hand side. Hammond. O'Grady, Faulkner turns, Charlie Faulkner. First strike is blocked, second one too high. Bowyer can only find Coventry United Seth Morley. Faulkner waiting for Shaw to get into position. Here is Charlie Shaw, and Shaw has a go from range. Gobbled up by Wychley. Seth Morley looking for a red shirt. Faulkner plays a dummy and allows Benji Adamarco to latch onto it. Covered up by Bennett, but Adamarco's through, and it falls. Oh, it's a chance for Coventry United. Cameron Dunn, but he couldn't get the first touch right. Adamarco will be beaten to it by Adanusi, and Adanusi will find Wychley between the 6 for Shifnal Town. Adamarco puts him under pressure. A competent kick from Andy Wychley. Richardson's header down, collected by Byrne. Kyle Byrne looking to make an impact from the bench. Slide in. And Byrne looked to squeeze it into that near post, but stretching down just enough. Dan Moore keeps it at 0-0. Back with Moore for Coventry United. Steph Morley at centre-back. Looks for Benji Adamarco. Beaten mid-air by Sims. Clip left by Faulkner. And now Ben Valance, shoulder to shoulder. And Ben Valance all the way in! No doubt it was an attempt at a cross, but they all count. And that really is a collector's item. Ben Valance.
You've been that.
No chance that Valance meant to see it fly into the sides of the net. But it matters little. The score sheet will indicate a goal. That's all that Coventry United care about. The record holder for the most Coventry United appearances isn't particularly high on the goals scored column, but there's another one to notch next to his name, whether he meant it or not. Coventry United take the lead. Jump forced off the ball. Valance, the goal scorer, sending Adamarco down the left-hand side and racing past Sims. Has he kept it in? According to the referee, yes he has. And over the keeper again. Oh! That close to a second goal. Riley Devoyle, Shifnal static at the back, believing the ball had gone out. Any manager will tell you, play to the whistle. Shifnal didn't abide by that, and they were nearly caught out and nearly sent crashing out of the FA Cup. Morley, Valance pushing high, looking to force the error from Sims, which doesn't come. Overhead kick from the right back. Adamarco heads it on towards someone, chested down by Rowley. And Byrne making the run through. He's onside. Skips past Morley, but he needs options at the far post. Whittingham's arriving. Pulls it back for Kevin Montero. Just pulls it wide. Via a touch from a Coventry United man. There it goes from Sims. Over the head of Alamu and chested down by Valance. Sent high by Devoyle. Adamarco, great first touch. Shields it from Sims. Cutting in from the left-hand side. Pulls it back. Devoyle to make it save. Pulls it across. Samonu for 2-0. Slips at the crucial moment. And United continues a battle for possession. And the whistle is blown. Coventry United are through. The Red and Green's legend Ben Valance sending his beloved Coventry United into the preliminary stage of the FA Cup. Ellis Alain's giant killers have struck in Shropshire. It looked for 80 minutes as if a replay was going to be needed to prized a tie from one of these teams. But the trip back to Coventry is going to be a jubilant one. Final score here at the Acoustafone Stadium, Shifnal Town 0, Coventry United 1.